Welcome to All Four Queens, everybody. Hope everyone's doing really well this fine morning. So, what do I want to say? I've scribbled loads of stuff down. I kept hearing the messenger, so I probably will put it down on the thumbnail as the messenger. But also, you know, in my previous one, I said I was getting the cold air and I was clarifying and trying to understand. So I think that there's a lot of things going on at the minute, and a lot of people, I think when I said previously, a lot of people are apologising. Not all in the 3D, some in the dream state as well. But what I wanted to just ask the question, is it a win in the moment if it ends up with a heavy heart and spirit, #regret and remorse and karma? So I was sitting with the cards as I do, and I was asking the question, who's around me and what's going on? And obviously that came up about, you know, is it a win in the moment? So there are some references about winning, which I will put in another one, because I'm going to do another 2 to this. Excuse me, I can't itch your nose. And the cards that popped out, and I want you to see the cards, because I think in some of the readings you're seeing at the moment, there are some of the secrets that haven't necessarily come out yet, but I think these cards sort of say. So we've got regret with the world. Everyone's stressed a little bit over the greed. The Ten of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. There's a heavy burden. I mean, I can feel that, you know, there's a heavy burden, a heavy weight, you know, that I can feel because of the juggling, and they're trying to get balance. With the regret, now again, is it regret, is it remorse? You know, only the person who's dealing with it knows that. But what was interesting was these 2 cards that came out over a death message. So if you remember in one of my previous ones, I said there are things that have been written and there's a digital footprint that seems to be out there in the abyss somewhere. So I sense that it's something to do with a death message that somebody has either written or spoken in relation to me, obviously, to trap and abuse and harm. They rushed into the house. With the black magic. And it came to light. Sorry, there's a bit of reflection on that. They were waiting. Remember, these ships, waiting for these ships to come in, because they wanted to hold on to 4 of Pentacles from the 10 of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. Or is that just holding on? I would say it's monetary. They're now out in the cold. Now, obviously, we all know that if you're going to throw out death magic and with black magic, that what you put out is what comes back. So if you put something out where you want someone's, say, my stability, for instance, to be gone, then your energy will come back to you, and maybe that's the out in the cold. They went within. Now, like I say, that's 10 of Cups, but it's family, and family doesn't necessarily need to be direct family. Family can be past lives family. It can be anything that's related to, you know, God's plan, basically. There was the Judgment. Now everyone's got the karma. The Queen of Swords. is watching. Now remember I said there are people that have moved around me that are watching. So the Queen of Swords is watching. Now that could be watching the Knight of Wands or took action. But I would say it's watching the Knight of Wands. Reunion, or is it a celebration? They didn't get a victory, so whatever the plan was, it wasn't a victory, it was a bit of a backfire. Everyone's angry, and obviously this card is either anger or jealousy. They're fighting. Now this is probably why I keep getting this air around me, because they're fighting me. Now it's probably energetic, or fighting themselves energetically, but obviously I'm feeling it because it's linked to me, and obviously they're thinking about me. The High Priestess, obviously, me, the High Priestess. That's the truth. Because the cycle closed, remember I said 999. So when the cycle closes, obviously that's the end of that cycle. So whatever was done to sort of happen within that cycle didn't happen, and obviously, you know, God and his karma has gone back. So, you know, whatever the plan was for me is now sitting in that. Now the other two cards that came out was the secret lies. So the secret lies being, I've taken that as being the death message. So yeah, I think at the moment there's a lot going on that obviously we can't see because it's all 3D, 5D, energetic. But I think for me, the message that I just want to put out here, divination is great, and you know, it's great for healing and helping others. But when people start going down the roads of doing dark divination and start doing stuff, then bringing it into the 3D, that's when it gets dangerous. And so for me, anybody that's watching this and wants to get into tarot, you know, I fully say get into it. But just be mindful of the Devil's Cup when you're going into divination and your intentions as to what you're doing it for. Because if your intention is to harm another person, then the backlash, because remember it's your energy that you put out that comes back like a boomerang. So for me, I would just be very mindful of the energy that one's putting out and the intention as to why they're putting it out, because as we can see in the cards, it's not a positive. It's just not positive, is it? You know, I mean, I use the cards to help people get clarity and healing. I don't use them to harm or hurt people, and I certainly wouldn't mess with that other stuff. I know people do, and I'm not saying, you know, but I'm just saying look at what's happening now, and just be mindful, really. That's all I'm saying. So I'm going to sign off because obviously they wanted me to put it out as the messenger, and I think on the other one there's something in biblical that I will do on the messenger one. But yeah, I'm going to sign off for now. I just wanted everyone to see that, you know, it's still moving forward, and obviously, you know, we all know where we're at in terms of what's happening in the world, and just being mindful. You know, we are here to serve each other and help each other, not to harm and hinder. I think that's the message for me. You know, at the end of the day, it's all about healing and moving forward and growing. So when people are making decisions to go and do things like black magic, they've got to sit and ask themselves why and what is it within them they need to heal. So for me, that's my message for today. I will do another one later, but hope everyone's keeping up with the spiritual practices, and have a great day, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.